get ready to start my flight. Flight checklist. Click on buttons, knobs, levers, and switches. Flying these planes is my everyday riches. A PMD 3737, ready for another flight. When things get rough, baby, hold on tight. If you wanna catch the flight, come to Lounge and be John. Right here on TikTok, in the lounge where we never go wrong. PMD 3737, ready for another flight. When things get rough, baby, hold on tight. Come and fly with me. I got the best AI, even if I just can't see. Ready for another flight. When things get rough, baby, hold on tight.
All right, you guys, welcome. Glad to be back. We're about to fly up out of here, flying back to Cincinnati, Ohio. Exactly where we started. We started earlier today in Cincinnati. Flew hold on one second. So anyway, we started in Cincinnati, flew over here to Louisiana, and we're now flying back from Louisiana over to Cincinnati. It's one of the jobs that I got to do in the not first officer, but a pilot's life. So I got to get things set up, but I'm not in a big hurry. So if you are here on TikTok, let me know you're here if you have questions. So I'm going to wait before we take off, before I start doing the flight plan and all that. Just so I can give you guys some divine attention. Right, so we'll go ahead and run it. If nobody's got any questions. If you do have questions, please feel free to ask them, whether it's on TikTok or BVI Pilots on YouTube or The Lounge on YouTube. Also, make sure you share the channel. And also, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. But share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any social sites. And yeah, so let's see here. Wesley, welcome to the lounge. Johnny 3 Jack, welcome to the lounge. Ronnie, welcome to the lounge. Appreciate ya. So we'll hit new flight here on Say Intentions. And then while that's doing that, load a pilot's life. Okay. Go to our flight. Can you go ahead and get our IFR clearance?
I'll get our IFR clearance from clearance.
New Orleans clearance. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Requesting to pick up our IFR clearance.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Stand by 1 minute, guys.
14 notifications. Messages. Collapse stack. 14 minutes ago. Brandon Armstrong. Text message. Button. Expanded. Swipe up to unlock. Timu. Group.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. Cleared to Cincinnati. Radar vectors MC Combi. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 123.85 squawk 6227. Expect runway 29er.
8. 2. 4.
35,000.
Messages.
All
Messages.
right.
Apps. Messages. Brandon Armstrong. I thought we were doing chosen. Tomorrow night. Link. 90 dictate.
No, I said it depended on when you got back home.
Inserted no. I said it depends. Send. Button. Send. Dictate. Button.
All right. Anyways, 35,000 is what it's going to be. And then Robert, welcome to the lounge, my friend. Gold Star International looking to pick up cargo to take to our destination, KMSY. No, correction, KCVG. Kilo Charlie Victor Golf.
Give me a minute. Let me see what we've got. I'll get back to you in a minute or two.
Jeff Hurt. Mr. Hurt. Welcome.
Now. Say intentions. Light line. Text message.
Welcome to the lounge, my friend.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Sky Ops. All right. We got a new cargo mission for you. You're tasked with transporting heavy industrial machinery to KCBG. The cargo weighs approximately 20,000 pounds, so ensure it's securely fastened before departure. We're sending your crew over now. You can expect to be airborne in a few minutes.
No, I can't. We got a lot to do. Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Welcome to the lounge. All right. Get our first officer opened up here. And it's going to do that where it kills my screen reader.
Hey, Captain, we have been here for hours trying to load this cargo. We are just about done, I'll let you know.
All right, connecting our cargo, our first officer.
Starting pre-flight flow.
We are secure. Ready to go, Captain.
Good evening, Captain.
9:37 p.m. 2 notifications. Messages. Collapse stack. 2 minutes ago. Say intentions. Light line. Text message.
Alright, we got that all set up in First Officer. That's done. So we're done there. Go ahead and connect the ground and request pushback with startup.
I can't handle that request unless I'm in charge of the comms. Let me know if you want me to take over.
Giving comms to you.
I've got the comms. Requesting pushback with startup now.
New Orleans ground, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, requesting pushback and startup.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, pushback and startup approved. Tail south.
Alright, so our flight tonight, we're going to be climbing to 35,000 feet. 686 miles for the trip. Average wind is 303 at 89. 18,000 pounds of fuel. Gonna be taking off from runway 29. Hey, look at that. Same runway we landed on. Alright. So now we just wait.
Ionel Airport. Information Victor. 0153 Zulu.
Alice. Tell Mom we are flying again on TikTok and YouTube. Either one.
Sending to Mom.
Send. Alright. Tell Brandon you're not home yet. I'm actually just now starting another flight. But I can still do that no matter what. That doesn't matter.
Sending to Brandon.
Send. So just waiting on him to give me the clear to go ahead and do our Sid and Star. IRS is the line.
Would you mind checking the SIDS and stars?
All right.
Heading out for the walk around.
Okay. $27. There's our ILS for 27. Sargo 4. There it is. go. $276. Okay, so we're going from flying north east and then turning, coming back turning to the northwest. Okay. All right, so we're just waiting on him. Look at our chat here. Ronnie, hey, I appreciate it, buddy. How you doing? Matthew, welcome to the lounge. Ronnie, welcome to the lounge. I appreciate the flight there. Or the, having a safe flight. Appreciate that. Yeah, we just flew up over here to Louisiana earlier tonight, and now we're doing a round trip going back over to Cincinnati, and it should be a good one. Should be a good one. So I'm just waiting on. And if you guys have any questions about the PMDG, the airplane that we're flying, or any questions about flying at all, any aviation questions or anything of that sort, by all means, go ahead and feel free to ask any questions you might have. That's for anybody watching. If you're on YouTube watching it, or if you're on TikTok watching it, I will try to answer any questions that I can. If I don't know it, I'll try to get you to answer either way, right? That's what it's about. Good to hear there, Ronnie. Good to hear, my friend. Carlos, welcome to the lounge, my friend. Let me see what he's doing here. Okay, the wind information is loading. Galley power, emergency lights, window heat is going on. Right side, left side, forward, anti-ice is going on. Hydraulic pumps. Isolation valves are set to auto. Landing altitude. Wing lights are on. Auto throttle is set. We're doing a stall warn test. Let me go ahead and set our .0. There's that.
Flow completed. Pre-flight
Brandon
checklist.
Armstrong.
Oxygen.
Almost home.
Tested. Navigation
Yeah,
transfer
you're good,
and display
Brandon.
switches. Normal and auto. Window heat.
138 for V1.
Pressurization mode selector. Auto.
140 for V2 or VR.
Set. Parking brake. On. Fuel control
145
switches.
for V2.
Cut off. Pre-flight checklist completed.
Refresh that. 3.5 on trim. Got our trim down to 4. Far as it'll go. Alright, now we're going to go and shut our doors.
Initiating before start flow.
Alright. Now he's working on our flow for us before taxi.
Brandon Armstrong. Where's this flight?
Brandon, we're actually flying back from, it's funny, we are flying back to Cincinnati, Ohio from the airport we had to fly to earlier here in Louisiana. I'll give you the name, hold on. It is Armstrong's New Orleans International. Armstrong New Orleans International. Back to Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International. APU is spoiling up. Here comes our dual bleed lights, fuel pumps. Hydraulic pumps are good. Recirculation fan is good. Anti-collision lights, beacon is on. Ground power connecting. 14 seconds for ground power to disconnect. Jetway's disconnected.
Flow completed.
Ground power's completed.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. Fuel 18937 pounds. Checked. Passenger signs. On. MCP. Speed 146. Heading 286. Altitude 35000. Set. Takeoff speeds. B1 153. BR 154. B2 159er. Checked. CDU pre-flight. Completed. Rudder and aileron trim. Free and zero. Anti-collision lights. On. Before start checklist completed.
All right. Did you request our pushback there?
Yes, I requested our pushback and startup. It's approved. Tail south.
Bam.
Hello, below.
Bam.
Go ahead.
Now it's time for our pushback.
Brakes released.
New Orleans ground,
Straight out.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, requesting startup and pushback.
Copy that. Clear to push straight back. Release the parking brake, please.
Gold Star International 9 Delta Whiskey, startup and pushback approved. Tail south.
Brakes released.
And I think I fixed the check speed thing, because that's just, it's a thing with the flaps. If you're not going the speed it wants you to go with the flaps, it will tell you that. Here we go.
Starting engines.
Start engines.
Messages. Collapse stack. Route. Now. Brandon Armstrong. 3 text messages.
Starting engine 2.
It's a little windy in Cincinnati tonight, you guys, but it's not horrible. We should be fine. We had a good landing earlier, I'll tell you that. And I believe my job's got me coming back here again. Which is fine. Give me a chance to, get to know the airports.
Push complete. Go in.
Engine 2 started. Engine 2 cut out.
Okay, brakes set.
Parking brake
Disconnect,
is set.
and, thanks for the good push. We'll see ya. Yeah, no problem, guys. We're disconnecting the tow bar.
Once we get done with our
Okay, tow
checklist here, you can request taxi.
Starting engine 1.
Pin's gonna be on the right-hand side, guys. Take care. We'll see you.
I'll request taxi to runway 29er once we're done with the checklist.
You're doing a fine job today.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Let me know when you're ready for the taxi request.
So, what do you got in store for us tonight for the tour guide?
As we are currently on the ground at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport, let me tell you about the Mississippi River, which is just a short distance east of us. This mighty river is one of the longest in North America, stretching over 2,300 miles from its source at Lake Itasca in Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico. It has played a crucial role in the history and development of the United States, serving as a major transportation route for centuries. The river is named after the Native American word Mississippi, meaning Great River, and it has been the subject of numerous songs, stories, and folklore, including Mark Twain's famous tales. It's a vital habitat for countless species of fish and wildlife, making it a natural wonder worth admiring from above.
I'm guessing we transport a lot of cargo down that river, don't we?
Absolutely. The Mississippi River is a major transportation route for cargo. It's a vital artery for shipping agricultural products, industrial goods, and raw materials, making it one of the busiest waterways in the world.
So if that river ever got cut off, there'd be a lot of problems getting stuff around.
Clear on the right. Clear on the left.
Indeed, if the Mississippi River were ever cut off, it would significantly disrupt the transportation of goods, affecting industries and economies that rely on this crucial waterway for efficient shipping.
Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches.
Alright.
Continuous. Recall. Checked.
Flaps
Auto
are
brake.
set.
Rejected takeoff.
Auto brakes are
Flight
set
control
to
test.
rejected takeoff. Yoke left.
Full left.
Back to center.
Neutral.
Yoke to the right.
Full right.
Back to center.
Neutral.
Yoke straight back.
Full back.
Back to center. And yoke forward.
Full forward.
Back to
Checked.
center.
Brake test.
It's important that you do that because if you
Before
didn't,
taxi checklist completed.
and then you go to use your yoke and something's not working, well, there you go. You can go ahead and request our taxi, please.
Requesting taxi now.
New Orleans ground, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, ready to taxi. We have whiskey.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, taxi to runway 29er via Echo Sierra. Contact tower on 119.5 when ready for departure.
Runway 29er via Echo Sierra. Contacting tower on 119.5 when ready for departure. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna.
Approaching runway
Before
29.
takeoff flow.
Or before takeoff flow.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Contact tower on 119.5 so long.
Now, just so you guys know, I gave my co-pilot the
Switching to tower on
communicator.
Before takeoff
119.5.
checklist.
I gave her
Gold Star
comms
Niner
back
Delta Whiskey.
Sit.
when we first got
Stabilization
started,
trim.
so you can give her comms on the get-go
Transponder.
and just tell her what you need done, and she'll do it.
Cabin crew. Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
All right, folks,
Notified.
we're
Before
gonna
takeoff checklist completed.
release these parking brakes. Make sure trim is disabled, retrim disabled rather. Attitude mode is on, so I can tell what the speeds are as we're going. And I think I fixed the check speed thing, so we'll be listening for that. Here we go, folks. Hold on tight, my friend. Here we go.
Checked. Speed alive. Checked.
Absolutely. The Mississippi River is a major transportation route for cargo. It's a vital artery for shipping
80
agricultural
knots.
products,
Check.
industrial goods, and raw materials, making it one of the busiest waterways in the world.
B1. Rotate. Positive rate. .400 feet. Lateral navigation. LNAV on.
Vertical navigation.
VNAV on.
Autopilot.
Command A on.
All right, there we go. LNAV is on.
Acceleration altitude.
VNAV is good.
Center pump's coming off.
You can actually go ahead and request our cruise altitude.
I can't request a cruise altitude change without ATC's permission. We're currently on departure frequency.
GSI requesting cruise altitude flight level 350.
Nobody is listening on 121.9er.
You need to connect us to tower.
We're currently on departure frequency, so we can't switch to tower without ATC's permission.
There's nobody on the channel, silly.
Looks like we're not on the right frequency. Let me get us back to departure.
Unknown Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. GSI requesting cruise altitude flight level 350.
Yeah, we're having communicator problems, but just hold tight, y'all. Yeah, bro. Okay, what time is it?
Flow completed. After takeoff checklist.
Well, it's already
Engine
after
start
10. So if you wanna go ahead and just listen to the stream, we'll do this.
Auto brakes.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Off.
Landing
So,
gear.
Up and off.
Flaps.
Probably, yeah. But you can holler at me on the stream. All right, see ya.
Flaps.
GSI radio check.
Gear up.
Nobody is listening
Gear
on
down.
121.9er.
After takeoff checklist completed.
This
Flaps up.
chair is really aggravating. It will not stay up. It's a piece of crap. Time to get a new one, I guess. Gold Star International requesting flight level 350.
Gold Star, International 9er Delta Whiskey, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
There, I got you straightened out with the communicator. I don't know
Brandon
what happened
Armstrong. I hate when chairs do that.
there. It's so aggravating, dude. It really does make me mad. I'm not
Thanks,
even gonna
John.
lie. I'm
Let's keep
tired
climbing
of
to flight level 350 as
readjusting it
instructed.
every freaking 5 minutes. I got to reach over, grab the handle, raise it back up. It's becoming very annoying. All right, you guys. So we are on our way. I'll be honest, there's probably going to be another flight. We'll probably be coming back again tonight too, because I'm a late bird. I stay up late. It's just what I do. And we'll have about, at least, I'd say we'll at least get 3 flights done all together today. The one we already did, this one, and then probably one more. I gotta make a call here real quick, folks. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'll be right back.
Passing 10,000 feet.
At our 3 o'clock, about 9 miles out, you'll spot the Hollywood Stadium 14, a cinema complex that serves as a popular entertainment hub for locals and visitors alike. While it may not be a natural landmark, it's a reminder of how modern-day leisure activities have evolved. Cinemas like this one have been around since the early 20th century, with the first movie theatre opening in Pittsburgh in 1905. It's fascinating to think about how film has transformed
Gold
from
Star
silent
International
black and white
Niner Delta
reels
Whiskey,
to the
I
vibrant,
need you at flight level
high-definition
350,
experiences we
sir.
have today. If you're a movie buff, you might appreciate how the cinema has become a cultural staple, offering everything from blockbuster hits to indie films. It's a place where stories come to life, much like the ones we create in the skies.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, can you please expedite your climb to flight level 350?
Expediting climb to flight level 350, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
International Niner Delta Whiskey, contact New Orleans approach on 133.15.
Contacting New Orleans approach on 133.15. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. New Orleans departure, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, evening climbing through 11,000 for flight level 350.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, New Orleans departure. Good evening, altimeter 29.94.
At our 10 o'clock, about 19 kilometres away, you'll see the dual M. Sumner High School, which is home to the Sumner High School football stadium. While it may seem like just another school from up here, high school football is a big deal in Louisiana, with communities rallying around their local teams every Friday night. The stadium lights are a beacon of local pride and tradition. It's fascinating to think about how sports can bring people together, creating a sense of community and shared history. This school, like many others, is a cornerstone of its town, shaping young minds and futures. And who knows, maybe one of those students will be inspired to take to the skies like us someday.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, New Orleans departure. Contact Houston Center on 126.8.
Contacting Houston Center on 126.8. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Houston Center, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Good evening, passing 16,000 feet, climbing to flight level 350.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, Houston Center, good evening, altimeter 29.94.
Transition altitude. Checked.
Alright folks, I am back, and you know, I want to talk about, hold on a minute.
At our 10 o'clock, about 18 kilometers away, you'll notice the Brookhaven Lincoln County Airport. This small regional airport serves the Brookhaven area and is a hub for general aviation activities. It's interesting to note that airports like this one play a crucial role in connecting smaller communities to larger transportation networks, facilitating
TikTok
not just travel but also
anything.
economic growth. The airport's presence underscores the importance of aviation in rural areas, where it can be a lifeline for both people and goods. From up here, you can appreciate how these airports fit into the larger tapestry of our aviation infrastructure, serving as vital links in the chain of air travel.
I love his tour guide. He does a great job. Something that I was talking to one of the viewers, and they wanted my based opinion, just my general opinion on loyalty. Where does loyalty come in our lives? Where does it come in your life? And what does loyalty mean to you in your life? Well, this is what I think about loyalty. And this is where I think loyalty also, honesty, they both go very well together. But to be loyal, what does that mean? Right? And I know that a lot of people have different opinions. They have a lot of different opinions on what that means. But loyalty, it is something that is deeply valued and multifaceted. It's a concept that's defined by a steadfast commitment, okay? And it's also got to do with faithfulness to a person or group or cause.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, Houston Center, contact Memphis Center on 132.5.
Contacting Memphis Center on 132.5, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
You're staying true to that person, to that group, right? I think it also fits with being supportive.
Memphis Center, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
Even in some of the
climbing
most
through flight level
challenging
220 to reach
situations, I
flight
think
level
loyalty
350.
stands.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, Memphis
And it's
Center.
also something that's prioritized. Loyalty should always be at the front. That's my opinion. I think it comes down to the interests of those that's important to you, their well-being, their overall general, care about that person. It also goes in your relationships, right? And like I said earlier, it manifests as trust. It's got to do with reliability. It's got to do with, the willingness to stand by someone through something, whether it's rough or not, through the thick and thin, as I've always said. I think that in a broader context, there's many different concepts and situations where loyalty stands. I mean, we have loyalty even based around, the country. But overall, it's about being dependable, maintaining integrity, and fostering long-lasting bonds built on trust and mutual respect. That's what I think. I think that I was checking my airplane stuff here. I think that even when it comes down to friendships, I've got a friendship that I have with people through the BVI community.
At our 1 o'clock, about 28 kilometres away, you'll spot the Jackson Evers International Airport. This airport, named after civil rights activist Medgar Evers and his wife Marley Evers Williams, serves as a key gateway to the capital city of Mississippi, Jackson. Opened in 1963, it has been a crucial hub for both passenger and cargo flights in the region. The airport's location and facilities make it an important part of the local economy, supporting various industries and providing connectivity to major cities across the United States. From up here, you can appreciate the layout of its runways
someone
and
does
the surrounding
disagree,
infrastructure that
please,
supports its
by all
operations.
means,
It's a reminder of how
say
aviation
something.
connects
I would
communities
love to
and
hear your
fosters
thought on
economic
it,
growth.
but I think that even just in regular friendships, there has to be loyaltiness. There is a responsibility of being loyal. Meaning, if I'm friends with, whoever, then that shouldn't change based on time. It shouldn't change based on who I'm around or who I'm with. Why is my FMC light going off and on? Winds at 85 knots. That might be why our climb is wow. Yeah, we're having some come on, get us up there, baby. We still got 10,000 feet to go. So, get us to where we need to be here. Got 1 hour and 7 minutes till descent anyways. But be true to your friends, be loyal. I try to treat everybody that I'm friends with the same amount of respect. I'm friends with Brandon, I'm friends with Declan, I'm friends with Andy, I'm friends with Josh. And I have that loyalty that I have to even them. And at the end of the day, hopefully that loyaltiness is returned. And if not, then, that's kind of sucky, but I've got me, let's see, I got some chocolate, a little bit of chocolate. I ain't got a lot left of chocolate, but I do got me some of these gummy savers. They're good. They're so good. I don't know. Brandon, what do you think? Oh, here we go. We're climbing again. Guys, I'll be right back with you. I gotta use the restroom. Give me 1 second.
Brandon Armstrong. I agree with you.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Memphis Center. I need you at flight level 350, sir. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Memphis Center. Can you please expedite your climb to flight level 350?
We're slowly working on it. Got wind and everything else we're dealing with, but we're going to flight level 350. Patience, my friend.
It's the Kosciuszko Attila County Airport. This small regional airport serves the town of Kosciuszko, which is named after Tadeusz Kosciuszko, a Polish-Lithuanian military engineer and national hero
climb and maintain flight level
in the
350.
United States. Kosciuszko is
Climb
known
and
for its
maintain
charming
flight level
small-town atmosphere. It's
350.
part
Gold
of the
Star
Natchez
9er
Trace
Delta
Parkway,
Whiskey.
a scenic drive that follows a historic travel corridor used by Native Americans and early European settlers. The airport itself may not be bustling with activity, but it plays an important role in connecting this quaint town to larger hubs, facilitating both personal and business travel. From up here, you can appreciate how these smaller airports contribute to the broader aviation network, supporting local economies and providing vital links to the outside world.
We're slowly working our way up there, but why it's going so slow, I don't know. No wonder our gear was down. Why was
Gold
it?
Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Please expedite your climb to flight level 350.
We're working on that now. Our landing gear was giving us trouble, but we are good now.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, roger. Continue climb to flight level 350.
Continuing climb to flight level 350. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
For some reason my landing gear wasn't up, but it is now. But yeah, I just think that, you know, and life's too short to not be loyal to friends and whatnot. Like, just don't be that way.
At our 11 o'clock, just 2 miles away, we have the Winona-Montgomery County Airport. This small airport serves the town of Winona, Mississippi, which is known as the Crossroads of North Mississippi due to its strategic location at the intersection of U.S. Highways 51 and 82. The airport itself might not be bustling with commercial flights, but it's a vital hub for general aviation in the area. Winona has a rich history tied to the railroad industry, which played a significant role in its development during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. From up here, you can appreciate how these small airports connect rural communities to larger cities, supporting local economies and providing essential services. It's a reminder of how aviation links even the most remote parts of our country.
Wow. Alright, let's see, guys.
Brandon Armstrong. You really learn a lot of new information from this tour guide.
Yeah, you sure do, Brandon. And we're almost at cruise altitude now, guys. I knew something was off when it wasn't climbing very much at 25,000. I'm like, something is going on. Oh, speaking of the other thing, I think I fixed the setting where it don't say speed anymore. I think there could be a better cruising altitude announcement, though. There we go. We're at cruise altitude now. Ramona Hernandez, welcome to the lounge. Welcome to the lounge, brother. You a part of the BVI community, or are you the same Ron that I'm thinking you are, or am I thinking of someone else? You might not be. I could be wrong.
"17 miles away, you'll notice the University Oxford Airport. This airport serves the city of Oxford, Mississippi, which is home to the University of Mississippi, affectionately known as Ole Miss. The airport itself is a vital hub for the university and the surrounding community, facilitating travel for students, faculty, and visitors. Oxford is a charming town with a rich literary history, being the home of famed author William Faulkner. From up here, you can appreciate the layout of the airport and the surrounding landscape, which is dotted with the lush greenery
Gold Star International Niner Delta
It's a
Whiskey.
reminder of how
Contact Memphis
aviation
Center.
broader world.
Contacting Memphis Center on 134.4. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
Alright, we're going to set up our approach, get that out of the way.
Memphis Center, Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey. Good evening, maintaining flight level 350.
108.70.
Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey, Memphis Center, good evening.
276. 108.70. 276. Two 7-6. There we go, got that in. Yep. 27. Load our forecast in here. Executes. Don't worry about that. Okay, there we go. Okay, now alright, there's our descent flow. We're doing that now. And then I've got a pilot's life set to where it will automatically submit the flights. Andy showed me how to do that. Thank you, Andy. I just found out that Brandon Armstrong is stealing cookies on the airplane. What should we do about that?
Well, if Brandon Armstrong is selling cookies on the airplane, I say we embrace the entrepreneurial spirit. Maybe we can negotiate a sample or two. After all, who doesn't love a good cookie at 35,000 feet?
No, I said he was stealing cookies from the little kids.
Flow completed.
Taking them without permission.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Set.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
Oh, that's not good. If Brandon is taking cookies from the kids without permission, we should definitely have a chat with him to make sure he knows that's not okay. Let's keep an eye on the situation and maybe
We're
alert the
expecting
crew
the
if needed.
ILS approach for runway 27. The minimum altitude is 200 feet. We'll use auto brakes for.
If you come across him back there, you stop him and put him in his place,
in
will
case
you?
of go around, we'll climb per ATC instructions on the runway heading. Any questions?
No.
I'll keep an eye out for him to make sure he knows that's not
Descent
acceptable
checklist
behavior.
completed.
Let's keep the flight enjoyable for everyone.
He just told me he's not worried about your old butt.
Well, it sounds like he's got a bit of spunk. Let's just keep things friendly and focus on enjoying the flight.
You got the spunk. He was just telling me about birds flying over your house upside down. I guess there's a joke to that.
Ah, the classic joke. It said that birds fly upside down over certain places because there's nothing worth pooping on. It's a humorous way to poke fun at a location's lack of appeal or excitement. Just a bit of aviation humor.
Gotta love that aviation humor. Do you know any pilot jokes?
Sure thing. Here's one for you. Why don't pilots get lost? Because even when they take a wrong turn, they're still making good time. Aviation humor at its finest.
Nah, give me a better one than that.
Alright, here's a better one. Why did the airplane get sent to its room? Because it had a bad altitude. Hope that one brings a smile to your face.
Wow. That's funny.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Do you know what one wall said to the other wall?
I'll meet you at the corner.
Okay. So you know all the jokes that I know.
Well, I might not know all the jokes you know, but I'm always up for a good laugh. Got any more to share?
Oh, I got a good one. What do you get when you look in the mirror?
You get a reflection that looks just like you, but hopefully with a smile as bright as the sky we're flying through.
Well, the joke says, what do you get when you look in the mirror? Nothing.
Ah, I see. It's a bit of a philosophical joke, isn't it? Looking in the mirror and seeing nothing can be quite the existential thought. Thanks for sharing that one.
What do you know about Niagara Falls?
Niagara Falls is a group of 3 waterfalls at the southern end of Niagara Gorge, spanning the border between Ontario, Canada and New York, USA. They were formed during the last ice age.
We'll be starting descent in about 19 minutes.
And as a valuable source of hydroelectric power, the largest of the 3 is Horseshoe Falls, followed by the American Falls.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, Roger, continue as planned.
Tourists each year, making them one of the most visited natural attractions in the world.
Gold Star International, how's the weather in Cincinnati?
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport, information Papa. Line 260 at 14. Visibility Niner, solid overcast at 1800 feet. Temperature 1 degc. Dew point -2 degc. Altimeter 2956.
Sounds like our destination's got solid overcast at 18,000 feet.
It seems like our destination is experiencing solid overcast at 18,000 feet. We'll need to be prepared for some IFR conditions as we approach. Keep an eye on the instruments and be ready for any updates from ATC.
Oh yeah, you're flying with the best pilot known. We got this, brother.
Flying with the best, huh? Well, it's a pleasure to be on board with such a skilled pilot. Let's keep this journey smooth and enjoyable.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. We've got solid overcast at 18,000 feet in Cincinnati.
Thanks for the update, John. We'll keep that in mind for our approach.
Gotta love IFR. It makes it much better. But back to what I was talking about. I guess I'll close it with saying this. You'll always know who your real friends are, and those who really care, and those who really don't. And I'm glad that I can say that I'd rather be on the level of people knowing that at least they see me and they see me as a friend. They know that I'm loyal. Brandon, what's your overall opinion there, buddy? Breaker 19 to Brandon Armstrong. Dun 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 dun. I'm loving it. Let's ask our tour guide. What is your
Gold
opinion
Star
about
International 9er Delta
loyalness?
Whiskey. Expect the Sargo 4 arrival. Prepare to descend in roughly 20 minutes.
Expecting the Sargo arrival. Expect descent in about 20 minutes.
What you mean, or perhaps it's a typo.
Expecting the Sargo 4 arrival. Preparing to descend in about 20 minutes. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Gold Star International, we actually got about 15 minutes showing on our display here for descent. I was just wondering what you thought about loyalty. What does that mean to you?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, roger, continue as planned. Expect descent in approximately 15 minutes.
Loyalty to me means a steadfast commitment and trust between people, whether it's in friendships, family, or professional relationships. It's about being reliable and supportive, even when times get tough.
You got it. Nail on the head, my friend. Nail on the head.
Thank you. I'm glad I could hit the nail on the head. If there's anything else you'd like to know or see, just let me know.
What do we got coming up?
At our 1 o'clock, about 11 miles away, you'll see the Henry County Airport. It's a small regional airport serving the Paris, Tennessee area. The airport plays a crucial role in connecting the local community to larger transportation hubs and supports general aviation activities. It's interesting to note that such airports are vital for rural areas, facilitating both personal and business travel. From up here, you can appreciate how these smaller airports fit into the broader aviation network, providing essential services and supporting local economies.
But our airplane would not be able to land there, correct?
Our airplane would likely be too large to land at Henry County Airport, as it's a small regional airport typically accommodating general aviation and smaller aircraft.
That's okay. We can just land at your house.
Well, landing at my house might be a bit tricky without a runway. Let's stick to the airports for now.
Oh, I was just going to land on the road right out front of your house. What do you think?
Landing on a road might be a bit challenging and not exactly legal, but it's certainly a bold idea. Let's stick to the airports for a safer approach.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Absolutely, it's always best to stick to designated landing areas for safety and legality. Let's enjoy the view from up here instead.
We got about 10 minutes till descent if you want to get your seats belt fastened and all that good stuff.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll make sure to get everything secured and ready for our descent. Looking forward to a smooth landing.
Currently flying over top of Callaway, Kentucky. How's things going over there?
Oh, you know, just another day in paradise up here in the sky. Remember that time we had to transport those delicate glass sculptures? I still can't believe we managed to get them there without a single crack. How's the view from up there, John?
I forgot to tell you how much I missed you, my wife. How are you?
Oh, Captain John, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Let's focus on ensuring a smooth flight for our passengers. Looking forward to catching up after the flight.
It's not Captain John. It's
Ladies and
Sweetheart.
gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking. We've now reached our cruising altitude, and we're delighted to have you on board with us today as we journey from New Orleans to Cincinnati. Our crew will soon begin the snack and drink service. So, sit back and relax. We have a delightful selection today, including our popular chicken Caesar wrap and a delicious vegetarian pasta option. After the meal service, we'll be coming around with a selection of items.
We're not having chicken.
So keep an eye out for
No.
anything that might catch your fancy.
No
Thank you
chicken.
for flying with us, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
We're not having chicken.
Oh, Captain John,
We're about
you're
to
quite
start
the
our
charmer.
descent.
Let's focus on ensuring a
So
smooth flight for our
only
passengers. Looking forward to
snacks.
catching up after
That's
the flight.
it. No food like that. Only chips, crackers, and soda. Better do it now. We've only got about 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Lisa. We will be starting our descent shortly, so we will be coming around with a quick snack service. We have a selection of chips, crackers, and sodas available. Please make sure your seatbelts are fastened and your tray tables are in their upright positions. Thank you for flying with us today.
Better not forget to say hi to Brandon, the original, traditional Cookie Bandit.
Hi, Captain John. I'll definitely say hi to Brandon for you. He's quite the character with those cookies. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I gotta tell you, our new bed sleeps so good, doesn't it? I slept like a baby last night. And you look like you were so comfortable.
Oh, Captain John, I'm glad to hear you had a good evening's sleep. Let's make sure our passengers have a comfortable flight too. Let me know if you need anything else.
I hope I didn't accidentally wake you up last night when I got up. You look like you were sleeping so good.
No worries, Captain John. I was sleeping well, and it's always nice to know you're around. Let's make sure our passengers have a great flight too. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
You can call me Sweetheart, not John.
All right, sweetheart. I'll keep that in mind. Let me know if there's anything else you need for the flight.
We're good right now. I think when we get landed, please let some of the people know that we will be going back to our previous destination where we came from. So we'll be on the ground for about a half an hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking. Upon landing, we will have a brief stopover of about half an hour. before we head back to our previous destination, thank you for your understanding and cooperation. We appreciate your patience and look forward to serving you again on the return flight.
Make sure if they're getting back on the plane that they have their tickets ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for our return journey, please make sure to have your tickets ready if you're reboarding the aircraft. We'll be on the ground for about half an hour before heading back to our previous destination. Thank you for your cooperation.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Contact Indianapolis Center on 132.525.
Switching to Indianapolis Center on 132.525, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
We're going to be starting our descent in about 3 minutes.
Thank you, Captain. I'll prepare the cabin for descent and make an announcement to the passengers shortly.
Indianapolis Center, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Evening, maintaining flight level 350.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Indianapolis Center. Good evening.
Make sure everybody stays in their seat because we do have overcast. Full overcast at 18,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant, Lisa. The captain has requested that everyone remain seated as we prepare for our descent. We have a full overcast at 18,000 feet, so for your safety, please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and remain seated until further notice. Thank you for your cooperation.
Approaching top of descent.
Gold Star International approaching top of descent.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, roger. You are cleared to descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain the Sargo for arrival into Cincinnati.
Clear to descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain the Sargo for arrival into Cincinnati. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
We had a complaint about kids running up and down the aisle. Tell the parents to make sure they keep their kids seated. We have full overcast at 18,000, and I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking. We kindly ask that all passengers, especially those with children, ensure that everyone remains seated with their seatbelts fastened. We are expecting some turbulence due to the full overcast at 18,000 feet, and we want to ensure everyone's safety. Thank you for your cooperation.
Gold Star International starting our descent into Cincinnati.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Descend via Sargo 4 into Cincinnati.
Descending via Sargo 4 into Cincinnati. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Gold Star International, current speed 290.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Maintain current speed of 290 knots.
Maintaining speed 290 knots. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and started our approach to Cincinnati. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of lavatories is no longer allowed. Thank you for your cooperation.
Because of this full overcast, I'm going to try to get us a, well, no, I'm not. We get down to about 9,000, I'm going to request a direct to Sargo. Yeah, we're going to try to get a direct to a view. Or no, I'm looking at the wrong one here. Gelda. Direct to Gelda is what I'm going to try to do. What? Looking good here, guys. So far, so good.
Transition altitude. Checked.
Gold Star International crossing 17,000, making our descent into Cincinnati.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. Descend via the Sargo 4 arrival. Maintain 14,000 feet.
Descend via the Sargo 4 arrival. Maintain 14,000 feet. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
Ryan Bishop. Good evening all.
Mr. Bishop, how you
Gold
doing,
Star
buddy?
International Niner Delta Whiskey. Contact Cincinnati approach on 119.7.
This is our second flight,
Switching
Bishop.
to Cincinnati approach on 119.7. Gold Star Niner Delta Whiskey.
We flew out of Cincinnati earlier. Flew over to Louisiana. Now we're heading back to Cincinnati. Making our descent into the
Gold
airport
Star Niner
now.
Delta Whiskey. evening.
And then we got another flight we got to do back to Louisiana. The job's got us going there like 3 times.
Cincinnati approach. Good evening. Cincinnati
Ryan
altimeter
Bishop.
29.62.
Trying to stay
Expect
dry
the
and not
ILS
get
runway
blown away.
27 approach into Cincinnati.
Yeah, we got some wind we got to deal with down here.
Expecting the ILS runway 27 approach. Gold Star 9er Delta
Ryan
Whiskey.
Bishop. We did, but I was at work and missed that flight.
Yeah, you sure did. But we'll be going back.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey.
Like 2 more
Contact
times.
Louisville approach on 134.15.
Switching to Louisville approach on 134.15. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Louisville approach. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Evening. Descending through 15,000
Ryan
feet
Bishop.
for 14,000.
I'll be around for the rest of the night though.
Gold Star 9er Delta
Ryan
Whiskey.
Bishop.
Louisville approach. Good
If
evening.
you do it
Cincinnati
tonight.
altimeter 29.65.
Good deal. Yeah, I think I'm going to. When we get landed, I'm going to leave the cockpit on the cockpit. When we get landed, I'm going to park at the gate. I'm going to be setting my mic to off. That way you guys ain't got to hear a room of quietness. And then I'll be coming back about 20 minutes to start the next flight. But we'll be live the whole time. Yeah, this flight plan here, it's got us making our descent pretty slow, pretty smooth. But we had a full overcast at 18,000, so we literally depended on IFR there for a little while.
Ryan Bishop. Well, I am getting dinner, and am here for a good long while, so let's get to it and let's fly away.
Yeah, buddy. You bet ya.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Louisville approach. Contact Cincinnati approach on 119.7.
Switching to Cincinnati approach on 119.7. Cincinnati approach. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Evening. We're descending through 1000.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey, Cincinnati approach. Good
Speed
evening.
break on.
Cincinnati altimeter 29.59er.
Watch your airspeed. Passing 10,000 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our final approach into Cincinnati, please ensure that all electronic devices are turned off and stowed until we arrive at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away, return your seats to their full upright position, and make sure your seatbelts are fastened. Upon landing, our airline staff will provide information regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your cooperation. Crew, please check that everyone is seated and has their seatbelts fastened. Captain, cabin is ready.
Gold Star International requesting a direct to Jelda at 3500.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, direct to Jota approved. Descend and maintain 3500 feet.
Flaps 1. Flaps 2.
All right. Now we had no trouble
Gold Star
landing in
International 9er Delta Whiskey. Maintain
Louisiana,
heading
so
085 vectors for the ILS runway 27 approach.
Maintaining heading 085 for vectors to the ILS runway 27 approach. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Heading select on.
all right. LNAV is off, but it's got us on a heading direct.
Command B on. Command A on. Flaps 5. Glide slope alive.
Now hopefully he gets us the heading for the ILS because we're not on LNAV no more. Gold Star International, we're still on a heading of 085 degrees. Just want to confirm.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, turn right heading 115 vectors for the ILS runway 27 approach.
Right heading 115 for the ILS runway 27 approach. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Approach mode on. Flaps 10.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Turn right, heading 060.
Right to heading 060, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Gold Star
Heading
International
select on.
9er Delta Whiskey. Contact Cincinnati Tower on 133.325.
Switching to Cincinnati Tower on 133.325, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Cincinnati Tower, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Evening, we're established on the ILS approach
LDAV
for
on.
runway 27.
Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey. Cincinnati Tower, winds 260 at 14 gusting 23. Runway 27, cleared to land.
Clear to land
Approach
runway
mode on.
27, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
See, I don't like when they do heading, when they make me change my heading.
Unstable.
Flaps 40. Gear down. Gear up. Flaps 40. Gear down.
Nope.
Heading select on.
I'm gonna try to catch it, but I don't know. No, it's like my whole flight plan page won't let me do anything. I can't even change my go around, nothing. So can I get the heading to come around and catch the ILS for landing?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Turn right heading 125 to intercept the ILS for runway 27.
Turning right, heading 125 to intercept the ILS for runway 27. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Alright, let's see if he can get us to catch it.
Watch your airspeed.
Come on, catch it, baby. Come on, baby. Yes.
Ryan Bishop. Come on, you got this.
Come on, grab it. It's right there.
Approach mode on. Command A on. Command B on.
Come on, grab it. It should be grabbing it. I mean, we're lined right up with it.
Watch your airspeed.
No, see, it gave me the heading for it, but it's got us way off. We're 44 miles away, but yet it goes to International. We're lined up with the approach. What's the heading?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Turn right heading 125 to intercept the ILS for runway 27.
Right heading 125 to intercept the ILS for runway 27. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Command A on. Command B on. Heading select on.
Ryan Bishop. It keeps saying 125, but you've been at 125.
Approach mode on.
Can you prompt it that you are too far away?
Yeah, I'm going to see what it does. Let's see what it does. We're dead lined up. Gold Star International. It's saying that I'm 43 miles out. I'm lined up with the heading you gave, but we're not getting no approach.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey. Turn right heading 140 to re-intercept the ILS for runway 27. Winds 260 at 14, gusting 23. Altimeter 29.56.
Turning right, heading 140 to re-intercept the ILS for runway 27, Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
And you grab that son of a gun. That's right, come on, baby.
Command A on. Command B on. Command A on. Approach mode on.
Now grab it. Gold Star International, we have our heading set to 140. Can you confirm? It just keeps taking us further out.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, heading 140 confirmed. Continue on current heading to intercept the ILS for runway 27.
Okay, let's see what it does. I hear the rain. Come on, man. Yeah, like the CDU is just dead. I can't do nothing with the actual flight plan. I can't do anything. So I'm trying to depend on say intentions to get us lined up.
Ryan Bishop. That can't be right, dude. You've been on 125 for ages. You have to have passed the airport at this point.
No, the number you're hearing's not the number you're hearing's not. That's
Ryan
not
Bishop.
The number you're hearing.
Can you reset TFM?
No. We're not even on. When it said runway heading, that's not the heading that we're on. I don't know why it says that. That's just giving you heading for the runways. Gold Star International, we're still on a heading of 140. Can you confirm?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, heading 140 confirmed. Continue on current heading to intercept the ILS for runway 27.
How far out are you showing us?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, you are currently 12 miles from the runway.
Alright. Let's see what happens. Because we did turn, we was going the other direction, and then we turned back to 140, so it could be right. We'll see. We'll see what it does. If not, then this flight's just not gonna. It's not gonna let me land. But we'll see. Gold Star International. How far out are we now?
Ryan Bishop. You should ask it again in a minute and see if that number gets smaller.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, you are currently 14 miles from the runway.
Gold Star International, we was 12 miles, now we're 14. You're sending us the wrong direction.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, apologies for the confusion. Turn left heading 290 to intercept the ILS for runway 27.
Turning left, heading 290 to intercept the ILS for runway 27. Gold Star 9er Delta Whiskey.
Alright, let's see what it does. Alright, we're turning. Alright, now we're turning.
Watch your airspeed.
Ryan Bishop. Haha, when you asked him how far you were, he sounded like he got mad.
Yeah.
All aircraft be advised, information Quebec is now current. Altimeter 2956.
Watch your airspeed.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Gold Star International, how far out do you see us?
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, you are currently 13 miles from the runway.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Gold Star International, how far out do you see us now?
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Gold Star International 9er Delta Whiskey, you are currently 11 miles from the runway.
Alright, maybe we're getting somewhere now because the number's going down.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Gold Star International, what is our distance from the airport now?
Flight slow.
Come
Gold
on,
Star
baby.
International 9er Delta Whiskey, you are currently 10 miles from the runway.
Okay. Come on now, you catch it, you son of a gun.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Ryan Bishop. And it keeps saying glide slope. so that is hopefully good.
Yeah, that's a PMDG thing. That's a pain in the butt. Gold Star International, how far out do you see us?
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. You are currently 8 miles from the runway.
Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow.
Ryan Bishop. You could maybe phrase it and ask if you are still on the best heading to hit the runway?
Gold Star
Maybe that
International,
will help.
are we still lined up with the runway?
Glide slow.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. You are still lined up with runway 27 for the ILS approach. Continue on your current heading.
Copy that. Gold Star, what is our distance?
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. You are currently 7 miles from Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Airport.
Command A on.
What was that distance again? I
Watch
apologize.
the airspeed.
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. You are currently 7 miles from Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Airport.
Yeah, come on, baby. Oh, come on.
Command B on.
Come on.
Command A on. Command A on.
It just ain't gonna do it. Gold Star, how far out are we?
Gold Star International Niner Delta Whiskey. You are currently 10 miles from Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Airport.
Nah, it ain't gonna work. It's nope. So we're just gonna start out at that airport when we take off, guys. It completely. I think it was the weather that threw everything off, to be honest.
Pop-up window. Warning.
So we're just gonna
Pop-up window. Warning.
take off from where we were supposed to land, and then I'll skip that job. No big deal. I'll take the pay cut. So I'm going to keep it live. There is an update my computer might do. If it does, I'll be back as soon as it's done, okay? But I'll be back here in a few minutes.
Press ESC to quit to desktop. Social panel. Button. Select to access notifications, multiplayer server options, friend list, any active groups, or a list of recent players. World map. Social panel. World map. World map screen. Flying in Boeing. Press space to more. Search results. Aircraft selection and custom. Select departure. Search result. Search results. KCVG select departure. KCVG Cincinnati / Northern KYINTL runway 27. KCVG switch depart. Select arrival. Search result. Search results.
Flow completed.
KMSY / select arrival. KMS switch departure. KCVG runway 27. Parking 6 fuel box. Parking 8 ramp GA small. Runway, gate, parking 8 ramp GA small. Drop down. Loading, please wait. 26%. Loading, please wait. 70%. Loading, please wait. 83%.